Welcome, I'm your theloladass. So today I'm gonna bring you Assassin at Crimson Keep. This game came out January 7 and it's developed and published by Shadow Glass Studios LLC. It's like that, it's called. This is a visual novel, I think it is visual novel. It's a small visual novel, of course, and it has, they say, 6 mostly different endings. Mostly it's between how you call that, commas?
It's not parentheses.
Parentheses, like that. Say that meaning that they are different, but in some certain aspects only is what it is. So like shows that you can do 6 runs. So I'm gonna try to do the 6 runs to see all the 6 endings because they say that is small the game. I understand it's like it's a super indie team. In extras you have the achievements, you have the credits, and you have the prologue to watch because I think the prologue only appears when you open the game. So I'm gonna press to watch the prologue to understand what's happening. So let's say, because this is when you open the game that it appears. So it's to understand that he's trying to kill that dude. And he's like, what the hell is happening? Zoop, it's fake. And he's like, oh. And then they appear from behind. The guy that he wants to kill. He kills the other 2, the guards. And the guy is, oh my god. And he's like, it appears. And he's like, huh, you think you can run from me, idiots? And Assassin at Crimson Keep. So it seems the guy he wants to kill is a wizard, it seems. So let's start here, new game. Well, that didn't go quite as planned. Despite your genius preparations, the king was ready for your assassination attempt. No doubt he was warned by Wilkins that tougher you should never have called a friend. Maybe Wilkins will get a visit tonight. After you expose the benevolent king of his life, of course. Time will tell. Luckily, as the rest of your spy network is moderately reliable, tracking the king to his Crimson Fortress was simple enough. It said that this mountain lair is where the king practices his dark magics, creating unnatural horrors for his own sadistic pleasures. You have your doubts, but best be on guard anyway. There we go. Woo! Like you can say, oh, the artwork is kind of like weird, but it's like the way that they do is like saying that you are moving. Like I like this artwork too. Yes, compared to other visual novels that I played, is it better? No, but I like this too because like it shows the drowning, and at the same time you could see that he moves. Is to give to see the characters moving. So that's always a good thing too. After you fail a attempt on their king's life, you'll think the guards will be on high alert. Sleeping past them without raising the alarm will probably be the easiest thing you'll do all night. So as you can see, he's appearing there, not killing, only pass through them. Nicely done. As you enter the pitch black cave, your dark vision lens kick in. The sight before you match the musty smell of decay and stagnant water one might expect from any natural cave. If it wasn't for the office guards out front, it might have actually taken you some modicum of time to find the entrance. The cave splits off to the right, or you can continue north. So you have a choice. Okay, we have a light in here, and in here we don't have a light. The north pass gives no hint of what may lie ahead. Approaching this cavern, you hear a very faint melody off in the distance. Is that orcish? No, more like goblinis. Okay, so let's try going front first. Oh, a chest. A completely non-suspicious treasure chest sitting in the middle of a cave. So this going south will lead you to the cave entrance. You hear the soft rustling of leaves to the east. Perfect normal chests. Examine the chest or open the chest. Examine. You notice faint scorch marks near the front of the chest. Thankfully, you didn't slip through Professor Parrish's class on designing magical traps. You deftly disable the trigger, which will have unleashed something unholy upon your person. Okay, so you could open and something will happen. So maybe that's one of the endings that exists. When you open the chest, you find a glittering, definitely magical key, which you tuck away for the safekeeping. Just before turning from the chest, you notice a bottle of dragon blood connected to the trigger you disarmed. The hairs on your neck spasm at thought of what will happen to you as the blood erupted. Caution is certain to do while in this cave. Okay, so saying that if you will open immediately without triggering, without examining, the dragon blood will explode you. So I think that's one of the endings. So let's go to the front. Before you is the most horrible, obvious trap you could possibly have in a cave. A pile of leaves sitting in the center of the corridor. That's rather insulting. The way led to treasure chests. You can hear side growls, okay, and here the faint sound snorting can be heard from, and you can't do nothing in here. Let's go through here. As you enter this part of the cave, you pause at the faint sound of snorting. You glance around but see nothing out of the ordinary. Another snort sends your eyes down to see. Of course you couldn't see. Look at so sad this Minotaur, so small. The most adult little Minotaur. A Minotaur perhaps? The Minotaur is snorting wildly as you smile down at it. Its thumb is itty bitty oof getting ready for a charge.
Let it teach you.
Let it teach you? I will say that let it teach you. A little creature charges you, its arms pointed right at your ankle. What happened? As dawn connects with your arm, blinding pain causes you to collapse. It seems as if the king really knew what he was doing, letting a seemingly ineffective monster guard his secret lair. As you lay on the ground in shock, the last things you see are the horns of the Minotaur headed straight for your eyes. Oh my god! You have met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Oh my god! Okay, would you like to meet it again? Okay, let's play the scene again. So the right answer is move to the sides. Charge you and you move to the side. You are glad you do, as the tiny monster picked up a lot of speed. Maybe too much speed. You never stop it. It passes you and seems unable to stop jumping into the darkness behind you. With a soft rustle of leaves, you do see it fell into the leaf trap you passed. That was definitely strange. Okay, so he fell on the trap. Can we go and see? Ah, poor little thing. The Minotaur that rushed you found its way through the leaves and ended up in a spike pit. Lucky thing is too so small. It fell right in between the spikes and is dozing happily. You find it appropriate to name the Minotaur. Banjo should do. We gave the name Banjo. Okay, let's go to the front. You cannot make out anything peculiar deep into the cave. As you enter this area, the key you recover from the chest seems to be dragging you toward the east. To the south is more cave. The south you hear stiff clink of metal on metal, and all the suite of heavy armor. Let's see in here. Before you stands the most out of place door you have ever seen. It's a house that starts with you and your prey. That's whoa! And the enormous knight clad in black plate mail. The key in your porch reacts to something. The black knight, previously unaware of you, now looks right in your direction. The key. Though you cannot see the knight's face, you get the feel your very soul is being scrutinized. The feeling varies and the knight's posture slackens almost imperceptibly. Please, save the princess. That key you bear will free her. Suddenly the knight stops and stiffens. Her next words are strangled as if fighting to be released. You must hurry. I don't know how long I can withstand the king's sorcery. Turn around and go back. You try its best to do as the knight asks. Perhaps she will calm down over your turn. Okay, you could attack, but according to what he says is go save the princess. So you need to go here because your key is blue. As you walk through this section of the cave, the magic you felt earlier grows more and more powerful. You feel goose flesh crawling all over your body. Finally, you emerge into a chamber that has been further allowed out by machines. Before you is a cage door. The closer you draw toward it, the stronger the magics pull at your very being. The key is your pocket pings to pulse with the same magics. As you peek through the bars, you notice a small bundle of clothes. You jump as the clothes move, revealing a young woman staring back at you. Orion? Oh, you are not one of my father's guards. No, I'm not. You are the Princess Elia? I'm his one and only precious daughter, who is doted on as other girls can only dream. She spread her arms a bit. What you mistook for ornate bracelets are revealed to be bindings of magic. If it makes you feel better, I plan on killing him. That's all well and good, but I will be far more grateful if you just let me go. After that. Okay. Do you know how I free you? Why did your father imprison you? Besides the fact that he's a lunatic, sure. I believe he's under the assumption that to keep me pure, I need to be sheltered from the outside world. There we go. That's one way, I guess. Let me see only how this game saves. Okay, quick save. Okay. But pure from what? Something to do with his magics, I think. Or my... You know what? It's preferable to just assume he's a nut job. He certainly is that. Okay, who's Orion? My bodyguard. Okay, it's that guy from the back. She doesn't seem to be doing a very good job. My father trapped her in her own mind. She's protecting him now, though against her will. Ah, we briefly met. And you survived? Bravo! Well, the prince is certainly strong-willed, despite it all. I believe she's strong enough to break free, if the right opportunity presents itself. Such as the chance to rescue me. Now this. I imagine that gold key on your pocket might have something to do with it. Yes, quite possible. Let her rot, or use the key? Use the key, let's use it. And like that she's free. As the key turns in the lock, the magic in the room as well as the key dissipates. The chains dissolve, leaving no trace the girl was ever imprisoned. Other than the emotional scars she will surely possess for the rest of her life. Whoa, thank you. Whoever say assassins are soulless scum? Pretty much everyone. I really thought I would be here for the rest of my life. You are very welcome. Do you need help getting to the surface? Afraid of yet another escort mission, you are relieved at her reply. I will be fine. But please, do not kill Orion. Though her presence can be terrifying, she is not a bad person, merely under some vile spell from my father. She pulls a small object from beneath her rags. Show her this, but be quick, as she is faster than she looks. If she sees this, it should break the spell my father put on her. Should? Magic isn't an exact science, you know. I guess it all have to do. On all your legs, the priest passed by you and into the cave. If you ever say murder for hire isn't really your thing, come by the place. The palace. My palace. I have a feeling you could do great things if you ever felt inclined. Okay. Okay, let's save, quick save. As you round the corner, you see that the giant knight standing as still a statue. The pendant in your pouch reacts as you draw close to the knight. Show the knight the pendant. The knight stops, her glaive only half lowered. The pendant. Did you free the princess? I did. Then you have my thanks and my eternal gratitude. As you hand the pendant to the Black Knight, her stance changed slightly. No less deadly, to be sure, but maybe not to you. She told me if ever she were freed, this pendant will find its way to me, thus breaking the curse the king placed upon me. Here's the key to the inner sanctum. Now please pass. I must find the princess and keep her safe. There are many other dangers in this world besides despicable fathers. The knight steps around you and hurries off into the darkness. Now we can go to the door. Well, that was easy enough. As you insert the key into the lock, the magics that were protecting the door dissipate. Time to introduce yourself to the king. As you enter into the king's hideout, you can't help but impressed at the expense he did not spare on his panic room. You are pretty sure it's more lavish than his place. palace. And why I'm saying palace, I want to say. All things considered, this wasn't a very fortified panic room. Please, good sir, I will give you whatever you want. Look, take all the rich you desire. I can kill you and take the gold anyway. You can have my daughter. Then you will be prince, king when I'm gone. I've seen how you treat your daughter. Forgive me if I pass on that offer. The king begins to wet himself. Imprison the king or kill? Assassinate, kill. The king. We try to kill, right? Like in the prologue. So, assassinate the king. Sorry, your worshipfulness, but a job is a job. Perhaps you should have been a better king. You make a small slice on king's finger. Have a good death. The king then pulses and begins to glow faintly as the poison does its work. In seconds, the king lays dead at your feet. The king is dead. Having saved Princess Elia, you unwittingly brought about a golden era as she proved to be a good and just queen. Orion, the Blood Knight, stayed by her side, protecting her always. Though Queen Elia was fairer than her father, she was no less forgiving. The kingdom prospered for a time, but it was long before fear set in. The people's freedom began to be taken away in order to quell crimes before they happened. Many asked them to take out Queen Elia, but Orion was always there protecting her. The role is Queen Elia's rise to power was never mentioned, and all things considered, you wouldn't have it any other way. Damn it wasn't. You got the depressing ending. It wasn't the best ending. So, view known routes, play again. Would you like a different route? Yes, I think these start from the beginning, right? Yes. It's like, so, what they are saying is, do not save the princess, kill Orion because Orion will always protect her, or maybe we can release the princess, but we can't kill the king? Is it? We need to try that. But for now, we're gonna try different things now. It's what I'm gonna try to do. Because now this is the second run, let's try different ending. So if you die, it's not an ending, it seems. Because when I died against the Minotaur, it didn't appear an ending, right? It was only like, okay, you died. Okay, so now we go for this one. Let's see. Whoa, what is this? You see before you a rather old and worn out goblin warming himself by a fire, humming a surprisingly beautiful tune. Even with your mask on, the stench of the poor creature is nearly unbearable and you stifle a gag. Sneak around. You definitely sneak by the goblin, chuckling inward and at the stupidity of posting a goblin as a guard to anything. Okay, so we pass through him. This same thing. Because now we're not gonna get the key. Now here comes the Minotaur. We move sides. Here we go. At high speed. Now instead of going to the princess, go to the bottom. Retreat for now. Attack. It's best to strike before she can even sense your presence. You spring, driving your poison-tipped dagger deep into the unprotected joint of the giant knight's knee. The knight silently writhes in ire as the fast-acting poison courses through her veins. You watch as the knight falls to her knees, fighting for each breath as the poison suffocates her. The knight topples. Thinking it wise, you wait a few seconds to make sure the knight does not get back up. As you turn, a glint from the knight's body catches your eye. When you inspect it, you see a key hanging from her belt. As you insert the key into the lock, the magics that were protected dissipate. So I think I know how to get the good ending, but for now we go for this. Because you can't even go back. As you enter into King's Hideout, you can't help but be impressed at the expense he did not. This safe thing. You can have my daughter, Daniel, please. So we can only... Oh, okay. So, because we didn't go to her daughter, we can only assassinate the king. We don't have the chance to impersonate. Interesting. So we can only kill. So let's see what ending is this. However, you can't help but feel a bit unfulfilled. You got all business ending. Okay, because all business, because our job was killing the king, nothing more. So I want to see killing the goblin, what will happen. If we can kill the goblin, because like we could even kill the Minotaur. Because in there is our business, because okay, we did our part, but we didn't, like it said, he wasn't fulfilled, because he knew that something was missing there. Is what it is. Well, like, okay, something is missing, but what? Okay, now let's try to kill goblin. Okay, you suddenly slip your dagger into the unsuspecting goblin back. His melee echoes down the corridor before it is silenced forever. Okay, nothing happens. You can kill him, but nothing happens. Interesting. So let's try this. Touch. In here, touch. Open chest. As you lift the lid, a soft click reminds you that an unlocked treasure chest sitting in the middle of nowhere is undoubtedly booby trapped. So you cannot rectify the mistake, as blinding flash of light is the last thing that you see in this life. Okay, it was a bomb that has the thing. A complete notched piece treasure chest sitting in the middle of cave. Okay, in here, it's like the goblin doesn't do nothing. Like you can kill, you can pass through him. It's kind of weird why nothing will happen. Let me only see one thing. In here you can't get back, right? Yeah, you never can go back. So let's try this. Like the goblin, nothing happens. Open chests. Open chest. Take all doing that. Okay. Watch your step, because you can't even click. It's weird is this. Why you can kill, you can pass or kill the goblin, nothing happens. Okay, now the Minotaur, we already saw how you die. So now we can always see the Minotaur in here. Okay, so let's go, because what I was thinking, let me see, yes, let's do this. We see the girl, right? We can free, because this is only to talk. We can free. Who's the key? She's free. Now she's gonna give us that. Please not kill, because she knows that we're not killing the Orion, but see my palace. So I want to see only one thing. Going back. He's still asleep. Can I go back? No. Okay. Only to make sure, because she says my palace, right? It's like why she says that if you don't have the possibility to go back. So in here we're gonna see the guard, but we're not gonna give the penance. We're gonna kill. Like that, it's dead, and she won't have, because like it said in that desperate ending, that because nobody could kill the queen, because the guard was always killing everyone. So now we're gonna assassinate. Okay, go find person. In second, the king lays down. The king is dead. Avi said you neatly brought a golden era, okay, but perhaps she was too just. Queen Ellie made too many enemies and not enough friends. Without a loyal bodyguard to protect her, she was dead. It was a golden era, but not one cut too short. Perhaps things could have been different. It's the sad ending. Okay, that's not the perfect ending. Okay. So we already did 3 endings. Desperate, all business, and sad ending. Okay. So now, what I go is like, you need always to save the queen, the daughter of the king, because then she becomes the queen. So, let's try this. Do everything that I did in the first place, right? But then, instead of killing the king, let's impersonate him to see what will happen. I still don't understand what the goblin has to do with the game. Like what? Because it doesn't. You can kill, but nothing happens. Like kind of weird, right? Why there is a goblin in there when you can't? Like you couldn't even talk to him, right? It's like it seems that he has something. See, you can sneak or kill. Like it's so weird, right? That you don't need to do nothing. You can sneak. See, nothing happens. Because he should come back after us, right? And he will fall in here, and then we go to the Minotaur, and he will fall too, and both will die. It's like the Minotaur doesn't die. He's so small that pass through the spikes. He goes. That's what's weird. Maybe something happens now. Let me see. The goblin is still unaware of your presence on account of having fallen asleep. I was trying to see if I could take the sword, right? Because now the sword is in here. But nothing happens. So, now what we're gonna do is the same thing that I did on the first run. We save her. Wait, because one thing I need to try is that because she reacts to the key, right? And she comes up. So I want to try one thing is not having the key and come in here and to see what exists, if she appears or not. Because letter rot is same thing not going to save her, is what it is. Like letter rot, we have chance to say letter rot is same thing as saying not go there, I think. So in here we're gonna show that the pendant, because now we need to try different things. Okay, now we go in here, but now we go impersonate the king. Imprison the king. I think, however, you'll suffer the fate you had already planned for your daughter. You have imprisoned the king, not what you were paid to do, but oh well. He will more than likely die a slow and painful death, trapped in a cell he designed for his own daughter. Being locked away in the dungeon for over a year, while Terrell gave the priest plenty of time to think and to scheme. After escaping for her father's dark dungeon, she executed her plans nearly overnight. Oh, that's different. Now we can see the face of Orion. Orion was always there to oversee her charge's safety. Together they forged a new kingdom. Queen Ellie, like her father, had powerful magic, but unlike that savage, was much more merciful and a wise ruler. True, there were some who preferred the old ways, but any sort of assassination attempt was thwarted as Orion stood vigilant at Queen Ellie's side. Of course, having incredible exercise on her payroll might have helped, not that you are one to brag. So this is the good ending. Yes! Congratulations, you got the perfect ending. So this is the what ending? Let me try to count how many endings. The
Depressing.
depressing, the all business, sad, and the perfect ending. 4. Only 2 now. Only 2 now. Try to think. You can let me see this. View known routes. The perfect, the sad, all business, depressing. We have 2 yet. Hints. We have hints. Let me see what I can do more. Like, I can visit her, right? Okay, let's try one thing. Return. Let's see. We gonna get the key. We go visit her, right? We gonna let her rot. Then I want, because we're not gonna receive the penance if you let her rot. First, one thing I want to see first. Not getting the key and go to that place or where she is. If she appears or not. First thing. Let's see that first. If she appears or not. As you walk through this section of the cave, the magic you felt early grow more and more powerful. You feel goose flesh crawling all over your body. Finally you emerge into a chamber that has been further allowed out by machines. Before you is a cage door. The closer you draw towards it, the stronger the magic pull at your very being. As you peek through the bars, you notice a small bundle of clothes. Okay, she appears even, like that. Orion? Oh, you are not off with the guards. I'm not. You are Princess Elia. I'm his one and only precious daughter, his daughter that all girls can only dream. Okay, bracelets. Killing him, that's all good. After that, do you know how to free? I assume a key is some sword. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, I'll back in a minute. Okay, so you need to get the key, but then it's your choice to free or not. So we're gonna try the thing that I was thinking now. So we get the key. Go to her. Well, and you let her rot. You turn your back on the young girl. You are leaving me here to die? What is it with the man in my life? Leave. You heard a stream of curse follow you as you abandoned the helpless girl. Okay, we left her to die. And now we need to kill the key. Quicker than you think possible, large for the night charge you, swing her glaive with only one hand. Frank, you are much faster. Okay, she attacks immediately to us because she's hearing the voice of the priest. So maybe, I don't want to say that I'm 100% sure, but maybe we go to the princess, we let her rot, we go back to the how it's called, the goblin. We kill the goblin because he lets us scream. We go back to Orion and something will happen. She can't hear the princess, but then we need to kill the Orion. Okay, so we need to assassinate in here. I was trying to see if we could put him in prison too with the daughter, but you can't. You accomplished your goal and have made a considerable fortune. However, you can't feel unfulfilled and a little bit disgusted with yourself. Oh, cold-hearted ending. The fifth ending, cold-hearted ending, because we got the fortune, but you are like, we left the princess in there. Okay. So this was the last one, cold-hearted. I'm missing the second hint. Save the princess and kill only the smelly one. Save the prince and kill only the smelly one. Because in here shows save the prince, I don't kill anyone. Save the prince, I kill only the smelly one. Save the prince but kill her companion. Let the princess rot, you monster. Save the prince but kill her father. Do only what you were hired for. Okay, it shows you press hints and it shows what you need to do. If you take out, like you press and it appears what you need to do. So save the princess and kill only the small one, so kill the goblin. But when they save princess, do we need to save Orion too? So let's try that. Okay. Let's go. So we need to save the princess, but kill the smelly one. But kill only the smelly one. So imprison the king that we need to do. Okay, first let's get the key. Okay. Now go back in here. Kill the goblin. So the goblin is for one of the ends, but I still like, you start sleep your target to the suspect goblin back. If our melody echoes down the core before it is silenced forever. But still is like, why? What is the difference that he gonna do? Okay, pass, save the princess. See the last ending. And this was the second ending. It's like I passed through everything in here. Okay, 3. Unlock. Because it says only kill the smelly one. Say that you can't kill Orion too. The perfect ending is we work with the princess too. Is what it is. That is the perfect ending. Show the knight. The perfect ending is that we see the face of Orion, nobody can kill her, and she rules correctly. She rules correctly, she doesn't become evil, because we are there too at the same time. Okay, now in prison. You praise the king, not what you are paid, but oh well, you're more like than so paid. Okay, let's see now. Being locked away in the dungeon for over a year while terrible gave the priest plenty of time to think and to scheme. After escape from her father's dark dungeon, she executed their plans nearly overnight. Orion was always there to oversee. Together they forged a new kingdom. Queen Ellie, like her father, had powerful magic, but unlike that savage, was much more merciful and wise ruler. Too, there were some preferred old ways. But any sort of assassination attempt was easy. It was okay. Of course, having an assassin. No, I got the perfect ending. Or did you? The fire warms the cold body of Nari the goblin. The sound of shuffling field breaks the still. Papa? Oh. You got not quite perfect end, but yeah, because the perfect end is not killing anyone, and this is not perfect because we kill the goblin. Whoa, okay, then we got all the endings like this. We got the perfect ending. Oh, I didn't want to press. This is only to show if you want to see how it is or how it ends. So we need our press in here. So we got the perfect end that save the prince. I don't kill anyone. That's the perfect end because everyone is alive and she doesn't become evil because we are with her too. We are not quite perfect ending that we see that the goblin was a father of a child. Maybe that's why it's like, okay, we only kill one, and maybe that will make that the kid goblin go after us, after the assassin, right? That's how it always happens. You kill someone and then someone goes after the killer. So maybe it's that at the same time. That's why it's not perfect ending. We got the sad ending that we kill her companion, right? The Orion. And because she doesn't have a guard, the assassins come after her and kill her. Albis is that he's killing the king, nothing more. That was easy to understand. Depressing is that we kill her father only and we save the prince and Orion and she becomes evil too. She starts being good, but then see that she has so much power that she becomes evil like her father too. And the cold-hearted is that we let her rot in the dungeon. Is what it is. It's like it's a good game. It's a small indie team, so in terms of the game, it's very good. Like the artwork is very good. 6 endings. Yes, you can say, oh, but it's so small. You can beat easily. Like there isn't in terms of talking, there is nothing different. It's always then becomes always the same. Yes, but it's like you need to understand. It's a small indie team. They don't have a lot of funds to put to make the game. So what they did was, okay, show what they can do. That you can see that in terms of ideas is very good. In terms of artwork, good too. Now what they need is like people to support more. That is buying the game and at the same time giving positive reviews to the game. And like with that, then they can try to search for publishers that can help them with funds to make a better game. It's like that this works. So I think the game is good because they show that even with small funds they did a good job. Like 6 endings, yes, you can say, oh, there is not a lot of difference between them. You can see, like when they say mostly, I thought first it was like, oh, there is no change, but you see the change. That the perfect end is nobody dies and then you are with the queen. The not quite perfect end is because we killed one guy and we see that he was the father of a child, and maybe then child will come back after us. The sad ending is that she is killed because she doesn't have Orion to guard. All business, that's easy to understand. The depressing is that she becomes evil and cold-hearted because she rots in there. So they are not almost equal, they are different. So you can see that they have good idea. Now they need is the help. Like if you buy the game and give review to them, good. It's like, of course, good is always better for them, but giving more reviews, then they can show that to publishers to help them, because publishers will help the developers with fundings and they can make the game bigger games, right? Like with 2 hours of gameplay. So is what it is. So the idea of the game is in there. Like in the future of making more games, they could make a bigger story of our assassin, like telling why we became an assassin, right? To tell who we are, because for now we don't know our name even. Like our name is assassin. So I will say like they can continue with this story, right? And I will say in the future projects they could do like telling who we are, why we became an assassin, why we came after this king, right? So they can do a lot of things with this character, with the assassin. But it's a matter of having funds to continue making games. So it's like, if you liked what you saw, in terms of artwork, the gameplay, the ends, if you liked what you saw, you can go on Steam already. It's already available, Assassin at Crimson Keep. You can go there, buy the game. It's not expensive, nothing like that. They give a review that will help the developers, because the more help they get, they can make then future projects with help of publishers. I think they can continue with the story of this assassin, because you can do a lot of things, like I was saying, tell who he is, why he became assassin, why he wanted to kill the king. So hope you guys enjoy here the full playthrough of Assassin at Crimson Keep. If you enjoy the game, again, you can go on Steam, it's already available and it's very cheap to buy. So hope you guys enjoy it and see you guys next time.